Hello and welcome to another network tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to change your NAT type from NAT Type 3 to NAT Type 2 in PlayStation, Xbox and Nintendo. But before we get into that, we are going to talk about what is NAT type and what is the best NAT type for your console and gaming. In short, NAT is a service that your router uses to change the IP address from your devices to another IP address on the internet. For example, your phone or your PlayStation, they connect to the router first, then they access to the internet. So router with the NAT changes your IP address to another IP address. Now let's talk about what is the difference between NAT Type 1, NAT Type 2 and NAT Type 3. And which one is the best for gaming. NAT Type 1 means your console or your system is connected to the internet directly, without anything else, without changing the IP address or anything else from the router. Your console is directly connected to the internet. With NAT Type 1, you have faster speed, less ping and delay in games. And you can connect to any kind of players with any kind of NAT type. When you have NAT Type 1, you can connect to the players that they have NAT Type 2 or NAT Type 3 as well. The issue with NAT Type 1 is only one device can be connected to the internet. It means, for example, if you want to connect your PlayStation or your Xbox with NAT Type 1, you need to connect it to your router with a LAN cable, but only your PlayStation or Xbox can have access to the internet. You can't connect to your router with your phone, Wi-Fi or anything else unless you have two internet. For example, you have one internet that you want to use it only on PlayStation, so it's fine. And you have another one for the rest of the devices at your home. To access to NAT Type 1, you need to connect to your router in bridge mode, which I will talk about it later. But there is another tip that you need to know about it, because it's too risky to use NAT Type 1 on your console, because every port is open on your internet. Any hacker can simply enter your network. In my opinion, I don't recommend you going after NAT Type 1 because you don't actually need it in PlayStation or gaming or anything. What you should be looking for is using NAT Type 2 or NAT Type Moderate on Xbox or NAT Type B on your Nintendo Switch. So what is NAT Type 2? NAT Type 2 is the ideal NAT type for gaming and for gamers. With NAT Type 2, you can connect to NAT Type 1 players or NAT Type 2 or NAT Type 3. You can become a host in game and you will have no issues for playing. I'm sure you've seen many tutorials about changing NAT type with port forwarding, DMZ, UP, NP and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna talk about them because I know most of you can't fix your issue with those tutorials. I'm going to show you a better way to fix your NAT type in this tutorial. So what is NAT Type 3? NAT Type 3 is actually the worst NAT type for gaming and gamers. It means you can connect to NAT Type 2 or 1, but you can't play with NAT Type 3 players, or they will be laggy, or some games doesn't even let you play when you have NAT Type 3. Because some games use players as host. And what host means? It means, for example, I want to play with two other players in my house. So I will tell them, come to my house, we play here. My house is host and I'm the host. So my friends will come here and we play together. But when you don't have any house, so NAT Type 3 is like this. It's like you don't have any house, you don't have a home. You can go to your friend's home, but they can never come to your house. And if someone else doesn't have a house, it means he is NAT Type 3 as well. So there's no place, you cannot be together because none of you have a place or host. However, on Xbox you will see NAT Type 1 as open, NAT Type 2 as moderate and NAT Type 3 as strict. But in Nintendo Switch you will see NAT type from A to F. A means the open NAT type 1, and F is NAT Type 3. Anything in between which is going closer to F is worse, and anything which is closer to A is good. So A or B is okay on Nintendo, but E or F is very bad. And I'm going to show you how to change your NAT type on PlayStation, Xbox and Nintendo Switch. Let me be honest with you, opening ports on your router will not fix your NAT type necessarily. I'm saying necessarily because sometimes it works. If your ISP recommends that, do it and it will fix it for you. What ISP means, ISP is a company that you are getting internet from. For example, if you are using ADSL, VDSL, fiber or any other kind of connection that you have a support phone, you can call them and ask them if the NAT type issue is from your router or from them. So the first method is calling your ISP if you have any ISP, because most of the times they can fix it from there. It's not about your router. So if you called them and they said NAT type is okay from our side, it's from your router, you can do some port forwarding, which I have some videos about that. But if they said they can't fix your NAT type and NAT type will stay 3, for example, I'm using TDLT, or you might be using 4G connection, 5G connection, and they won't listen to you. They won't change NAT type for all of the users because of you. This is when we go to the second method, changing NAT type for any type of connection which have NAT type 3. And what is that? You guessed already, right? Using a VPN to change your NAT type from NAT type 3 to NAT type 2. Can a VPN change your NAT type? The answer is yes, they can really change your NAT type even if you have a very bad connection that it has NAT type 3. If you connect to a VPN and then use that VPN connection on your console, your NAT type will change to the VPN's NAT type. I have a TDLT connection, it has a very fast speed and it's really good for gaming, but it has NAT type 3. So what I did connect this TDLT connection to a VPN and my NAT type changed from NAT type 3 to NAT type 2. But there is something important. You can't use a VPN directly on your console. I mean, you can't download a VPN in PlayStation Store or Xbox Store or anything else. So what you need to do, you need to share VPN to your console from another device to your console. And there are more than 10 methods that I did make videos about how to share a VPN from any device, like sharing from your phone, even using directly on your router, or sharing from your laptop or your PC or any other device that you have. So if you want to fix your NAT type by sharing a VPN to your console, I've already made a playlist for you with every other method that you can share VPN from any device to any console that you have. And good news is I'm updating this playlist for you every time when I get some new ideas. And also for more supports about VPN, you can join our Discord server. We will help you. Thank you so much for watching.